A mother is a great idea as a monster because everybody has known a possessive mother, whether it's your own mother or a friend's mother. Alfred Hitchcock, on all of his films, probably half of them featured really, really horrible mothers. They are great figures of horror. I love good ghost stories where the character of the ghost has some traits that are something human. You know, I always say that ghosts are like the loop of one emotion playing over and over again. And in the case of Mama, that emotion is love. Possessive, asphyxiating love.
We did not want this to be just a genre film where there's a spook here and there and, you know, it's just a zombie or a ghost that just comes out at the right time. There's a backstory to Mama.
The goal was to make a movie as scary, as touching and emotional, and I think we made it.
The film is finally our chance to be able to tell a good horror story.
The short film was really exciting to watch because I loved the shot, with the staircase, the kind of the one-shot model for it.
It's almost like you could feel them in it. It's very unique in his way of using the camera.
In the first 10 seconds, you have an idea if there's a narrator. And with Andy, it was very clear that he had constructed that short with a beginning, a middle, and an end.
The two elements that were there were a little girl and a ghost, and there was a chase involved, and it would be a POV and a sequence shot, one.
The formal approach of making it look like two shots was not just a formal showmanship thing. He really understood the drama.
Little tiny things he added in a 3-minute short. I thought, okay, it's not like for cheap scares. There's not just a lot of loud noises that scare us. It's a really scary, well thought out 3 minutes.
Two things that motivated the idea of making a movie: the scariness of the shot itself and the idea and the question mark of what's that story about.
In the short, Mama is just a tool. But in the film, we had to give her an arc and a reason why and try to see how we would make the audience empathize with this creature.
The good thing about working with my sister is that we've seen the same movies and we have the same references. And we are spooked by almost the same things.
We've always done this thing since we were kids of trying to figure out what was scary, where was fear coming from. And it was always going to the unnatural, something that goes against nature.
The best horror movies are the most intense thrillers I always show, any movie in a way, is when you kind of connect with the characters and when you identify with them.
We believe in characters. We really think that that's what makes a movie.
Doing a genre film like this, the intensity is always so high. It's a different kind of acting. And I always want to do a film that challenges me.
But because I go blank, I have to fall like this because I have to match.
The basic idea was that Annabelle was a reluctant hero to basically take care of two little girls and, resign to her life as a 30-year-old teenager.
I approach every film like it's a drama. I approach it like they're real people and I have great responsibility to portray them.
Lily, honey, you okay? Huh? How did you get out here, huh?
Megan and Isabel, we're lucky that we found them, because it wasn't a very easy road.
You can't do that.
Why?
She gets jealous. I play Victoria,
the oldest of the two girls, and she's kind of shy at the beginning, and she really grows a close bond with Annabelle. I play Lily. I'm a little bit scary.
Isabelle, when we cast her out of Montreal, she came. She did not speak a word of English.
Parce qu'elle pense que je l'appelle maman.
She's been slowly learning, and she's the life of the party.
They have like different arcs, but they both have to go through rough, emotional moments, and they have to be credible. Both of them deliver the perfect intensity.
The first thing I told Andy is I want the short in the movie. I said to him, that's one of the few conditions I give you, like, we need to make a moment in the movie the short.
There's a couple of ideas in the movie that are there that where he insisted on leaving them, because he's a guy that knows how the audience reacts, and he always tries to put himself in the place of the audience.
The one thing I love about the way we transitioned into a feature film is Andy was very, very particular about how much he wanted to show Mama, or rather how little.
The short film is very effective because it's only 3 minutes and it's all there, and it builds tension and suspense, and then the scares occur. In a movie, even though you try to keep a structure that works like that, you have to go through different structures of tension and releases, and then build again and scare and then go back to zero.
He restrained how many times we showed Mama, but he shows her enough that you feel satisfied. You go, oh my God, that thing is really scary.
This house, courtesy of the Institute, is used for case studies, rent-free. You move to the house, you get the girls.
The only thing that I feel translates from the short to the feature is obviously the general feel of Mama, and the idea that a good chunk of the horror happens in an inoffensive suburban house that is not a creepy castle or an abandoned mansion. And Andy was very specific about, I don't want the house to be like a creaky Victorian house. I want it to feel really almost benign, but rotten.
I try to make it as dark as possible, and you can see that in parts of the movie are like that. You try to paint the whole movie with a certain aesthetic or texture. It's about combining the elements to make that atmosphere creepy.
The color has a palette that is basically based on somehow like in earth tones, and as well as the wardrobe and all the sets are all designed in one very well blending palette.
I try to produce a lot of first-time directors. When you find somebody like Andy or Juan Antonio Bayona, and now and then you go, this guy is the real deal.
Well, it's a story with a strong emotional element besides a horror film. And that's what generally I miss in genre movies. We wanted to make this from the beginning a story that scares you but also touches you deeply.